One question is being asked quite a lot, and I'm just wondering why, you know, because it doesn't like it doesn't make sense, and at the same time it's quite irrelevant. But still, I think I've received more than a dozen messages from people, and that is the only reason why I'm making this one. And the question is, what if Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain of India in the fifth test? And see, when so less days are there between two tests, so making such a huge decision is not something which any team would choose to. Had there been at least 7 or 8 days gap between the fourth and the fifth test, maybe something might have happened. But when there's just a 3 day gap, resting a person like Rohit Sharma, dropping a person like Rohit Sharma is not something, is not a decision which can be taken so quickly. So it's pretty obvious that Jasprit Bumrah might not be leading the team in the fifth test, but since the volume of requests was so high, so I thought of giving some time into it, and I decided to do the calculations and the analysis for the winner of the fifth test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy in case Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain of the Indian team. So I followed the same process. I did the compatibility check. Uh, the results are quite interesting, let me tell you. It was a very, very close contest, and what I found was the Aussie captain I considered Pat Cummins, and the captain of India, if it would be Jasprit Bumrah. I did the compatibility check considering the two captains to be Jasprit Bumrah for India and Pat Cummins for Australia. And what I found was Jasprit Bumrah was leading on 12 parameters, whereas Pat Cummins, the Aussie skipper, was leading on 11 parameters, considering the match day to be 3rd January 2025. So, my prediction for the third test, in case Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain of India, my prediction for the fifth test, beg your pardon, my prediction for the fifth test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, in case Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain of India and Pat Cummins will be the captain of Australia, will be that the winner of the fifth test, if Jasprit Bumrah leads the team in the fifth test, will be India. If Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain of India in the fifth test, then the winner of the fifth test will be India. So, as I mentioned, that there were so many requests. Initially, I thought of not doing it, but since people are so keen and so interested to find out who wins it, if Rohit Sharma won't be the captain and Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain, so that was the reason I thought of giving some time into it, and it was the 31st and the first uh, workload was a bit less, slightly less. So whatever time I found, I gave into it, and I did the calculations, and this is the result I noticed. So that's the prediction for the fifth test if Jasprit Bumrah will be the captain. Um, This test match is extremely crucial for many reasons actually, not just the WTC. See, not just the WTC, but this match can actually decide the fate of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. And we all would want that, rain doesn't play spoil sport over here, because we want to see a contest. Come on, we really want to see a contest. At times, such situations might arise that we might actually wish for rain to come. At times, some situations may arise when the Aussie fans might want rain to come, because India is actually giving a good contest. India is actually giving tough time to the Aussies. Irrespective of the fact that India is actually behind by 2-1, and had there been no rain at the Gaba, the scoreline might have been 3-1. But still, it hasn't been a one-way traffic. It hasn't been one-sided victory. It hasn't been complete domination by the Aussies, because India has also given a tough time to them. India has also played well, fought hard, and I completely agree that maybe, in case there was no rain at the Gaba, the scoreline might have been 3-1. ये बात को माना जा सकता है, स्वीकारा जा सकता है इस बात को। কিন্তু সেটা আমাদেরকে মানতে হবে যে ইন্ডিয়া ও ভালো খেলেছে আর टफ टाइम दिए ऑजीज के। यह बात मैं लोग को नहीं कह सका कि इंडिया अच्छो को नहीं खेली। प्रदर्शन भारतीय टीम का भी काफ़ी सराहनीय रहा है। कुछ खिलाड़ियों का, खासकर जसप्रीत बुमराह, नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी, वॉशिंगटन सुंदर, इवन रविंद्र जडेजा। तो प्रदर्शन तो भारतीयों का भी अच्छा रहा है, but still, due to certain reasons, or due to certain players who haven't been performing up to the mark, because it's a team game at the end of the day. If you look at the Aussie team, just look at the performance of, say, for example, Travis Head. If he didn't contribute with the bat, he gave them the most important wicket of he picked up the most important wicket of Rishabh Pant when Australia needed it the most. It was Travis Head who took that wicket, and it was from there that Australian team started gaining momentum, and eventually they went on to win the match. So this is how each and every player is contributing. Just look at Sam Constas. Just look at that kid. He didn't score well in the second innings, but the kind of banter he initiated against Yashasvi Jaiswal and also the other players, that actually, did um, you know disrupt the concentration of the Indian batsmen, and that was also one of the reasons why they started playing such loose shots, due to which they started losing wickets. So this is how the each and every player in the Aussie team has been contributing. You cannot mention even a single player who hasn't contributed. Look at Mitchell Marsh. He hasn't been scoring, but he's been contributing through his fielding. He's been contributing through his excellent fielding. But unfortunately, in the Indian team, there are certain players who haven't been performing at all, not in any department whatsoever. So if you want a match in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, you have to perform as a unit. You have to contribute in at least one field, be it batting, bowling, or fielding. At least one genre you have to contribute if you want your team to win. So that was the prediction for the fifth test, considering Jasprit Bumrah to be the captain of India. Stay tuned for such videos, and I'll see you in the next one, maybe in the next video or in the next live session. Until then, take very good care of yourself, and a very, very happy new year to all my viewers, all the subscribers, everyone who is associated with the channel, who was associated with the channel, or who will be associated with the channel. A very happy and prosperous new year to you and your respective families. Take very good care of yourself, and I would wish that this new year brings peace, joy, happiness, and prosperity for you and your family members. So I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take very good care of yourself. Jai Hind, Jai Shri Ram.